Welcome back to Kind of a Filmmaker. I'm Kevin, and today I have 5 more unique camera moves that you, if you are also kind of a filmmaker, should remember for your next filmmaking project. Number 16, the Double Dolly. Spike Lee is a master at filmmaking, and there is nothing that better illustrates this than his expert use of camera moves, including his iconic Double Dolly shot, which is a technique where both the actor and the dolly seem to move in tandem. One of the most famous uses of this technique is from the movie Malcolm X, where we see Denzel Washington's character floating towards the camera, as the camera is also backing up. The metaphor behind this move can be interpreted different ways, including maybe that destiny is somehow pulling this character forward and he cannot escape. Now, in order to achieve this shot yourself, you will either need 2 connected dollies or one very long dolly that both the camera and the character can be on at the same time. I don't know where this move first originated, but I do remember the first time that I saw it was in a movie called Ivan's Childhood by Andrei Tarkovsky, where we see this kid, Ivan, just floating up into the air with the camera. It's the same idea behind it. The character and the camera are moving at the same pace. Even though this shot is probably not technically a dolly shot, it's more than likely a jib shot, and this specific camera move is used in the context of a dream sequence. Number 17, the long pan. In He Got Game, we see the greatest actor of all time, Ray Allen, walking down the street and the camera is following him. But we get to this point where he is about to pass the camera, and I'll give you 3 choices. What do you think the camera is going to do? A, is it going to pan to the left with him? B, is it going to pan to the right away from him? Or C, is it going to just stay there and let him walk off screen? That's right, it's B. This honestly seems like Spike Lee is just breaking rules to break them, but I do love this camera move because I think it surveys the environment in a way that panning to the left would not. For some reason, I also just think it gives Ray Allen in this movie kind of a chill factor that I'm not sure why. Just like they don't care. They're gonna do what they want to do, and it looks cool when they do it. Number 18, the Weeble Wooble. This camera move is perfect for the next time that I try to drink away the memory of high school. In the 1943 experimental film Meshes of the Afternoon, we see the main character wobbling up the stairs as if she is drunk. Now, I'm not sure if she is actually drunk in this movie because, like I said, the film is very experimental, so this might also be interpreted as some sort of nightmare, but I think it also works in that case too, because you have probably experienced nightmares before where you do not have full control over your limbs. And this is super easy to do. Just handhold the camera, and when the character tilts to the left, tilt the camera to the right, and when the character tilts to the right, tilt the camera to the left. Number 19, the Deciding Dolly. The camera moves in He Got Game are honestly some of the most creative I've ever seen. Here we see Ray Allen and his girlfriend on this bench in front of a fair, and I believe at this point in the movie he is trying to decide which college he should go to, one that is further away or one that is closer to his girlfriend, and this camera move perfectly represents the undertones of him trying to make a decision. He is going back and forth about which college to pick, and to represent these undertones with the camera move, Spike Lee just takes the camera and trucks it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth throughout this entire conversation. It's something I've honestly never seen done in a movie before, and I think it's pretty cool. Now, obviously to do this, you would probably need some kind of a steady cam or a dolly track. Number 20, the speeding shutter. Finally, we have another camera move from one of my favorite movies of all time, The Cranes Are Flying. Here we can see the main character start to run, and she starts to get faster and faster until she's running past this fence. Then the camera cuts in close, and you can see these fence posts flying by her with super nice motion blur, and it makes it look like she is running at about 100 miles an hour. I think the camera might also be undercranked here, which basically just means it looks more choppy and sped up, but the combination of whatever they're doing with the camera and the fact that the foreground is closer to the camera just gives you a sense of depth and speed that not having a patterned foreground would not give you. In today's world, this can be tweaked to match the shutter speed of your camera to give it a nice, interesting motion blur, or no motion blur at all. But to achieve this would take a lot of experimentation on your part in your specific environment. And that's all I have for you today. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more of these videos, because there are a lot more that I want to show you. And let me know of any camera moves you want to be in this series as well. Also, like and subscribe and all that nonsense.